There's a hollow pain that gnaws at every founder, every investor, every leader who feels trapped in a system that promises freedom but instead hands out invisible chains. That frustration, that relentless itch beneath every success, is caused by a world built on illusions. Illusion of fairness, of order, of control. It's no accident. It's a trap that the so-called powers have laid out, wrapping us in comfort while slowly killing the fire inside. The very fire needed to innovate, to break the mold, to shatter limits. For years, maybe decades, there's been an undercurrent in your life. A voice whispering, there must be more. More than endless meetings, more than hollow rules, more than just surviving by the system's metrics. That voice is not a glitch. It is the spark of the liberated individual screaming to be set free. The world you navigate is designed to lull you into mediocrity, to punish brilliance, to process you like a number, to turn raw ideas into boring products shoved down airless pipelines. But here's the brutal truth. Capitalism, yes, capitalism, is not the villain. It's the greatest venture ever invented. Not because it's perfect, far from it, but because it's the rawest, most brutal, and ultimately the most honest system where individual fire can turn into unstoppable flame. There's no other structure on this planet that rewards courage, ingenuity, and relentless drive like capitalism does. It doesn't sugarcoat. It doesn't equalize mediocrity. It demands you raise your game or get out. And for those who dare, it gives the chance to build something real, something that outlasts systems, politics, borders. If there's frustration now, it's not because capitalism fails to deliver. It's because too many have been sedated, trapped in false versions of capitalism, systems bloated with rules, inflated by bureaucracy, manipulated by fear and greed that isn't the individual's greed, but a greed of systems trying to survive. What you're feeling is the system's failure to respect and unleash the true, rare brilliance within you. Listen closely. The most urgent need is not more rules or more factories of conformity, but a radical reclaiming of your sovereignty. Your will is your weapon, your mind the battlefield where revolutionary ideas are forged. You need to break free from the comforting lies of safe bets, scalable ideas, and market fit that actually dilute the essence of innovation. Your edge is sharp, not smooth. Your path is winding, not predictable. The great ventures don't come from the middle of the road. They are birthed on the edge where chaos meets courage. You've built something. You've risked resources, sanity, relationships. The market, the experts, the noise around you may try to drown the fire. But remember this, unprecedented ventures always start as a lonely howl in the wilderness. It's supposed to be lonely. The system doesn't want you to connect with the few who think like you, who burn with the same intensity, who reject safety clauses for real transformation. You are not missing. You are simply misaligned. The remedy is simple yet terrifying. Align exclusively with those who challenge, who question everything, who see the world not as a box but as raw material. Reject the crowd, the easy validation, the comfortable echo chambers of agreement. Build deep, sometimes brutal connections with the few who get what you're about. Those willing to dismantle the old so they can build the new. Go slow. Go deep. Forge bonds so strong that your combined fire can't be snuffed by regulators, by naysayers, by those terrified of change. In this environment, every relationship, every deal, every conversation must be a catalyst for transformation. This is not about scaling for the sake of numbers. It is about densifying essence, amplifying unique impact. Your network isn't a social graph. It is a map of rare individuals, a web of power where difference is strength, contrast is clarity, and radical individuality becomes collective energy. Do not let the intoxicating comfort of small wins fool you. The true venture, the one worthy of your soul, demands eternity. This is a marathon run at a pace that makes others quit too soon. A patience born from knowing that true impact is not a product of short buzz, but of relentless refinement and unshakable vision. Here's the secret that no one dares to admit openly. The world has no infrastructure for exceptional. You've seen it every day. The rare are suffocated by the many, brilliance dimmed by uniformity, the unrealized drowned in shallow metrics. Capitalism, in its purest form, is the platform for the exceptional, but the current iteration, bloated, regulated, sanitized, has lost its way. That's why you have to build your own infrastructure, within and beyond it. A network where you don't compete to conform, but to break molds. Where investors don't just look for safe returns, but leap with you into wild futures unseen by others. Where founders refuse to pitch the same tired stories and instead draw maps to new realities forged in fire. This network is your real capital, more valuable than any funding round, any partnership. It aligns your unique signals into a force beyond mundane transactional relationships. You need to hold tight onto your inner fire when the world offers you complacency dressed as choice. Every day, a million traps lie disguised as rules, as structure, as advice. Break everyone that dims you. Break everyone that tells you innovation has to fit a neat box. The real winners are those who turn their vision into reality by being ruthlessly free, by embracing the hard truths that no shortcut exists, and that the system will never hand freedom. It must be taken. But here's the electric hope in all this. Capitalism rewards risk because it understands one truth. It can only exist when someone dares to stake everything on their vision. Unlike other systems shackled by redistribution or dogma, capitalism runs on trial and error, failure and rebirth, bloody clashes and night-long grinds. It demands courage. It rewards courage. The tension between destruction and creation, breakdown and breakthrough, is its heart. And if you feed that heart with your raw, unapologetic presence, you build unstoppable ventures that don't just survive, they change what survival means. Your problem isn't capitalism itself. It's the versions of it built by those who seek control over risk, transparency over mystery, compliance over revolution. Your solution is to be, like the rare founder you are, the miscarriage of comfort, the chaos at the system's edges, the sharp refusal to settle for less than becoming. Capitalism's greatest power and greatest risk is that it offers you freedom only if you take it. Freedom to burn, to fall, to build, and to defy every expectation placed on you. The world wants you safe, predictable, manageable. Instead, become uncontrollable. Not just in ambition, but in alliance. Find the few, the fierce, the misunderstood allies who see the future through the same fearless eyes. Together, dismantle the comfortable prisons of status quo capitalism and build a new capital that moves as fast and as wild as your ideas. This is a call to the few who refuse to be passengers, to the investors who don't want a quiet check but a blazing innovation, to the leaders who burn to leave a mark impossible to erase, and to founders who don't dream small because small is a cage. Capitalism is not just a system. It is the greatest venture ever invented, precisely because it is messy, brutal, and real enough to let you become more than a cog in an easy machine. It demands your fire, your rebellion, your relentless pursuit. If you feel that fire, if you feel that unbearable tension inside that tells you were born to remake realities, to transcend limits, to forge what's next, then you already know. This is your revolution, your liberation, your greatest venture. Grab it, burn with it, change everything.